token you shall receive. I'm right here. Hi, and welcome. And welcome to the stream. Good to see you, Sophie. Welcome in. Hello, everyone. Speak of the dog. I have been here. I was just getting everything set up. Hello. Hi, B-Frag. Hi, Necro. Congrats on the first Necro. Congratulations. Guys, I have a confession. Hi, Wolfie. Welcome to the stream. So my last Blueprint stream was 48 hours ago. Since then, I've spent somewhere between 15 to 20 hours reorganizing all my notes for the game and revisiting every single hint that I've ever recorded while putting it all together. I am barely halfway through my notes. After approximately 20 hours. Arguably. Hi Aki, welcome. Arguably, I lost my progress about 5 hours in and had to restart. So it's not an entirely accurate representation of my 20 hours of work. Also, Sophie, you are going to see the red string. Because that is exactly what I have. Let's just switch over to the gameplay view. So these are my notes right now. I've switched over to Obsidian. This is a full overview of my notes. You can't see anything because I'm so far zoomed out that it unloads the images. But as you can see, these are my notes of what stuff there is, what we found, what there is left to do. Absolutely everything is going to be here at some point. Currently, I've transferred about half my notes into Obsidian. And I have about halfway to go. But I also have a to-do list on the side, which happens to be a lot bigger. Need one central thing that ties it together. I think I will, or I do, kind of. I just don't have all the connections yet. I also have a big I don't fucking know box of stuff that I just don't know what to do with yet. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, my notes have grown a little bit, and I've realized a few things that I've added to my to-do list. Yes, maybe the Obsidian change. I've been working non-stop for the past 2 days on getting my notes transferred and setting everything up. So, a few things I've noticed. First of all, I've been rewatching all my VODs. So I noticed a few things that I came across before, but didn't pay attention to because I didn't at the time know they were going to be relevant. This is one of them. This is a very big one of them, actually. And it's going to be one of the first things we will be revisiting today. Then I found out that I actually technically had the solution to the box puzzle in the reservoir, because the statue in the catacombs points exactly to the right box. And I just happened to pick that one by chance. But that one's right there. I did not see this one, no, Mivy. I was completely unaware of this until like a few hours ago. Also, dark room. There's this photo of the guy holding a note. Which I never used the magnifying glass on, so I don't know what this note says. Also, welcome, Squirrel. Thank you for tuning in. And goodbye. Apologies. Right. So that's the thing that I have to check out. I also found out the apple orchard is a safe. The apple orchard is considered a safe because it is cracked by a date. There used to be a gemstone here. We always find these kind of holders for the gemstones in the safes, but I already took a screenshot of this because I noticed it immediately and it was very suspicious to me. But there's no gemstone there and there's no red letter there either. Which goes back to the Alzara vision that said we'll only ever read 7 of them. I believe, or my theory right now is that the orchard letter is the one we're never going to see because it's not here. Unless it's somewhere else, I don't know. But to further establish this theory, we have the whole painting puzzle, which says, if we count small gates, 8 dates crack 8 safes. I was going around looking for small gates to count, but that's not what this means. The meaning of the count is count as in consider. Like if we also consider small gates, such as the gate to the apple orchard, then 8 dates crack 8 safes, and the apple orchard is one of them. Also, hi Sky, welcome. You might want to tune out because I'm explaining a lot of stuff right now that's very spoilery if you want to play the game yourself. But yes, these are my notes. If you want any concept of how insane this game gets. So that's that. I found that I completely forgot about the study safe, which I strongly believe is related to the chess pieces, because there's this chessboard in the study room, and I've been taking more notes about all the chess pieces. I've additionally, because I didn't do this before, I've been keeping track of the colors of all the chess pieces I find. And yeah, I've just been keeping track of these. And I've been doing a lot of research on the characters that are all around. I haven't really found anything noteworthy yet about any of them, except for these 3. For our beloved Mary, Caleb Manning, and Philip White, which were only really mentioned a few times in archives news snippets. But these 3, along with some guy called Pharaoh, were the ones who stole the shit from the museum that we read about in this article. Because in the safe house we found this on the wall, and it says all the names of the people here. And over here it says Caleb Manning and Philip White were... Well, this is actually unrelated. These were on a Trinsdale bombing, which I still don't know what that is. But those two were already associated with some stuff. I believe that the two of them may have been part of this RLCF insurgent group, whatever it is that is, and they introduced Mary to it, or maybe it was the other way around. I'm unsure. Either way, there's this little tiny snippet here, where you can't really read any full sentences. You can just see some keywords. Suspicious bag, wave down, charged by the crown, then the name Manning, and trial begins on what I assume to be Tuesday. And something about grand treason. So I'm pretty sure at least Manning got caught. And because it also says was the last, I believe that maybe the others got caught too, except for Mary. Because Mary was presumed dead. So we also have information about Mary in the fourth red letter that says the royal court would want this embarrassment kept as quiet as possible. So the royal court knows something about Mary's disappearance that's been kept from public records. And I assume we also don't know. So there's a fun thing. Also, didn't even remember, I already knew where all the gas line valves were. I only ever activated 3 because I came across the hovel one in the very first stream I ever did of the game. I didn't know I was looking for it. Just glanced past it, didn't see it was interactable. And it's just been chilling there. But I'm going to try to get the hovel today and activate this, and then we'll have all the 4 gas line valves activated. I'm very curious to see what happens. I want to go to the sanctum and see if I can figure out something in relation to this little pattern in the catacombs, because this very much looks like the spinny thingamajig that's in the sanctum. Hi Cobalt, welcome to the stream. I need a lot of magnifying glass stuff. I still have the freezer to try. I have the classrooms, I have room 46, and I also have the deposit box key, which should be somewhere down here. This thing. Safe deposit box key. That should go somewhere in the vault. But I've never been in the vault, and I don't know what it looks like. We'll see about that. But that's the plan for now. There's probably going to be more stuff that I'll find that I want to do as I continue to watch my old VODs and transfer my notes over. But for now, this is it. That being said, it is time to go into the game. Lurking. Hell yeah, Sophie. Thank you. That being said, I say, after having just had an entire fucking TED Talk for 20 minutes, it has been 20 minutes. That's insane. I've spent 20 minutes of this stream so far just explaining the lore that I've found. Insane. But it is what it is. Alright, I'm gonna go for the outside room first. And I'm gonna hope for either a hovel or a schoolhouse, because those would be immensely helpful for my to-do list. Hovel. Awesome possum. Would you look at that? It's right there. Crazy. So now I have all the 4 things lit. And that apparently makes the thing appear. I have no idea what this is. Is that an elevator? That looks like an elevator. I did find the flames. Indeed. I'm also going to be looking at absolutely everything again. By the way, I hope you guys are prepared for that, because I am so afraid of missing details that are crucial to the story. So, I'll probably be more thorough than I've ever been so far. Oh yeah. Let's see. Where am I going? I want to go down here. I still don't know what these things are. Oh. Right. Also, sorry, gonna switch back to my notes again. Over here we have the book History of Orindia. This thing, the blacked out symbol, is very, very clearly this thing, and not a sideways heart. I was just being stupid every single time I said that. So, that's the thing. Where the fuck are we going? Why is there stuff over there? That's kind of scary. Oh, okay. The precipice. Underground. Oh boy. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Foreman's Log 3. 7th of February, 1915. As our old client Thomas Sinclair suspected, the arches that were visible from the south cliff were part of a much longer arcade carved into the rock face. Last week, when our crew first arrived, only 2 supporting pillars were visible, but after only a few days of clearing mines, moss and dirt, we have uncovered a dozen more. Our exploration so far has been limited and entirely superficial, as every shaft we have surveyed has ended abruptly and every promising path leading deeper into the mountain has been blocked by tunnels packed tight with soil, rock, and debris. This site is either much older than we had first assumed, or someone deliberately... That's mean. Or someone deliberately had these chambers buried. Welcome to the stream. Okay. I'm gonna have to start a new section for all the foreman logs. Over here. Precipice. Ow! There we go. This is just the foreman log corner now. Alright. What do we have here? The mining equipment. Spooky music. Yeah. That's this. That is definitely this. Okay. I know where this goes now. That's awesome. That means it goes out of the I don't fucking know box over to here. to the foreman's log, I guess. In that general area. Hammer time. I wish I had a hammer. Chess pieces. I can just move them. Part of a chessboard. They're not colored. But okay, immediate suspicion. I'm gonna need to go back upstairs, get some rooms, and then align them so that I can put the corresponding pieces on this map, because this is clearly a map of the manor. And I believe something happens when the map, when the manor layout checks out with what we put down here. I have notes of most pieces. I have enough notes to make this happen because I have so many pawn rooms. I have a knight room. I have a bishop room. I have a rook room. I have a king and a queen room. It's just a matter of getting the right rooms. And I imagine that would open something here, or maybe we'll get outside from the other side. Foreman's copy, do not remove from sight. Ooh, we got a new book. Is this an uncensored history book? There's sigils. First era, either of a natural resulting configurations of fairy signs with the aid of something. You did this in order. I'm trying so hard. Historically speaking, sigils are not a new tradition. They have been found in every era and every culture and predate both written text and heraldic arts. However, today when we use the term sigil, we are referring specifically to realm sigils, those crude circular marks of designation found in royal artifacts, buildings, and older documents. So that's what those spinny things in the sanctum are. This book was written to make simple the understanding of these fascinating glyphs and to clearly display the correlation between each sigil and the iconography of that realm's royal art. How is the image of a leafless burning tree seen, in geometric lines, and what does that tell us of a kingdom's history? Each line, each circle, and each variation tells the story of the land. Even the adorned borders around the sigils have special meaning. Of course they do. Obviously they would. The sigil. To understand a realm sigil, we must first dismantle the symbol and identify the individual elements that make up the whole. Each sigil is composed of 4 things: the core, the dividing lines, rays, the moats, and the border. Here's the thing. Here it is. The actual true Orindia symbol. At the center of each sigil is a unique shape, different for each realm. If the core gives us the name, then the rest of the sigil tells us the history behind that name. Still, it is important to be able to identify and distinguish the core as the first step in deciphering any sigil, as all the other parts are meaningless if we don't first know the place we are describing. Okay, so that's Orindia, Fen, Iraja, Croatia, or whatever it's called, and Arch Ares, I think. Oh, why is this so ripped? Why is this so ripped? Splitting the sigil. One sigil to another. Different number, style. Differences reveal several things about the realm, I imagine. 3. Counting. Transportation. Oh, we're gonna have to learn history about the individual realms, aren't we? Ship routes. 8 rays. Carriages. Rails. 4 rays. Locomotion. Rays here are used for realms that rely on track-based travel. I see. That page is just fully ripped out. Wavy lines are used to indicate extreme heat. Scorched air and blazing sun cause the otherwise straight rays to appear shimmering. A rainy realm is indicated with rays of 3 vertical lines pouring down. For more extreme stormy weather, a jagged lightning-shaped ray is used. A ray dotted with falling circles is used for colder realms in which snow is a common occurrence. Windy weather is displayed on sigils by the use of bent, curved lines, rays buckling under the high winds. Okay. So, we have to learn about the realms and then just put that knowledge together into a sigil for each realm after getting the sanctum keys to open the doors for the sigil contraptions. My god. Okay. Motes. On each sigil, floating between the rays, are small figures called motes. From the shape and style of the motes used on a sigil, we can tell the type of society a given realm proclaimed. If they consider themselves mighty in arms, or blessed by artistic and economic fortune. Tribal. Primitive realm, hunter and gatherers. Agricultural, harvest and farming based society and culture. Martial. Militaristic something something. Gotcha. Metropolitan, large city-state with a dense urban populous center. Academic. Center for knowledge advanced in various scholarly pursuits. These realms are home to many schools, universities, and libraries. Industrial engineering-driven culture with a focus on manufacturing, invention, and production. Spiritual, elevated reverence for nature, animals, and the forces that guide us. Poetic, a strong focus on the advancement of the arts, writing, music, and language. Gotcha. At the border. Around each sigil is an adorned edge serving as a container for the information within. There are 8 different borders, each one corresponding to a different color. This is where the colors come in. This is why we need the colors for the realms. These borders always correspond to the banner and national colors of that specific realm. I see. Okay. Understood. So this is already where my classroom notes come in. We have the colors of 3 of the realms. I don't think we have any of them open. No, I think about it. Putting it all together. By studying the core, rays, motes, and border of a sigil, you should now be able to unlock the meaning behind what had previously been an undecipherable enigma. Banners, martial, fog. Okay. This is a lot of information. I think I'm just gonna go and screenshot fucking everything. And we're gonna put this, I guess this is, well, this should be the foreman's corner. I don't think we're gonna keep this as the foreman's corner. I'm gonna move this up here and I'm gonna move the book into a new note down here. We found it in the precipice and I'm just gonna start screenshotting absolutely everything. So we have all the information. Oh my god. We have the entire book saved. I'm gonna need to stop misclicking all the time. That's crazy. Maybe I should actually separate this out. You know what? I'm gonna make a group for sigils. Big ass box. And we're just gonna have... Oh my god. All the information in here. Here we go. For now, we just do this. And then we can add and rearrange everything as we go on. Because surely that'll be fine. Alright, I'm still gonna screenshot both pages every time, even if it's just a torn out page, because you never know. Here we go, we got moats. We got borders. And then this is the final page. There we go. Awesome. Awesome. So we have all of this information now. So that's great. Actually, how does that correlate to... I guess maybe I should actually... Hold on. I'll move the foreman corner back down here. And I'll move the sigil knowledge all the way up here. We have this. So we have a sigil of something. I imagine, based on this, said Orindia. For the core. And we have 3 lines for the rays. 8 rays are ship routes, 4 rays are trails, horses. There's something about track-based, like trains, and something about, I guess it's only those 4 options, isn't it? And I imagine, since we found a train station here, which actually should be down here. Yeah, the Orindia Aries train metro. So I imagine we would be in the track-based category, which seems to be 3. Hydrate, thank you. I do need some hydration. Then we have the Metropolitan stuff, and the only thing that's missing is the border, which would probably be red, given all the symbolism. Okay, let me take a quick sip. Hydration done. And we get a stretch, thank you. I actually was shrimping a lot. Stretch. Alright. Awesome. Back to the game. So. Right, I should screenshot which of these I need. For precipice, we have this. Pawn, knight, bishop, rook, king, queen. I think that's all the types of chess pieces. Like one of each. Pawn, knight, rook, bishop, king, queen. Yep. That checks out. Alright. So I'm gonna aim for that. And after that, I guess that was a bad redeem idea. It was a terrible idea. But after that, I'm gonna... What was I gonna... Right, I wanted to go to the Sanctum as well. And try and mess with the sigils. I don't really have many steppies today. And I got the hovel for the outdoors room, which costs me steppies. So either we get lucky with food, or I might just have to do my best. There is a nook right here, which is a rook room, I believe. Yeah, nook is a rook room. I'll take a nook just to get that locked in. Parlor, I think, is a pawn room. Yep. Parlor is a pawn room, so that's 2 down. Oh! And we have the den, which is a hall, which is a pawn room. Is the chess piece location or room specific? It's room specific. Hi, Pocket. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, chess pieces are room specific. I know the den is a pawn room. The hallway doesn't have anything, but I guess I'll take a hallway here because it's a good spot for one and it's a free key. All right. Then we grab this thing. And yeah, there it is. There's the pawn. There are 2 true boxes. There are 2 empty boxes. Well, we know this is true. This box is empty. If we assume this is false, then this must also be false. If we assume this is true, then this must also be true. But the only one of these cases which actually gives us a definitive result is this being false, implying that this is false, which would put the gems in here. God, I'm so smart. I'm so proud of myself. All right, I'll take a den. Early den is good. Extra gem. I'm gonna look around at everything today. Yeah, there's the pawn. Let's see what we can get over here. Quest bedroom. Commissary. I don't know if the commissary has a chess piece in it. That might just be worth checking out. Do you have a chess piece somewhere by chance? Pocket just woke up. First thing you do is join my stream? That's crazy. I can get magnifying glass and sledgehammer. That's actually crazy. Okay. But no chess pieces here. As far as I can tell. Alright, let's see what we can draft here. Thank you for the head pats. Workshop's the only thing that doesn't lock me out. Which item do you have? I can't tell what that is. Is that a lever? I think that might be a lever. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go through the hallway, check out the east wing before doing anything else. Also, because I'm seeing the red note, one thing I found about the notes that I think Squirrel was yelling at me for. In security, there's this this notepad that says blue memos are true, red memos are lies, but there's a tiny little text down under the red memos that says unless written by hand. So red memos that are handwritten are actually true. Just thought I would point that out because I also found out about that. I'll take a courtyard. Awesome, we're getting so many gems. If I get a freezer, I'm fucking... Oh my god. Yep, gotta pay attention to everything. That's how it is. That's how the game goes. Great hall. Storeroom, spare bedroom. I could take a great hall. That would give me a lot of movement in every direction. Aurora Bunyalis. That's an insane name. I love it. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I do have 2 keys. Oh, whoa! Awesome opening. Damn. Spare bedroom would be cheaper on keys. Who will all meet? Yes, precisely. Welcome. I have so little mobility. I'll take a great hall. I'll hop back in here for the key. Check that the rook is here. Yep. Awesome possum. And then I guess the rook nook, indeed. I want to go to the east wing. That was not the right door to open for that purpose, but it kind of just worked out. That was lucky. I want to go to the east wing. That's not the east wing door. Am I stupid? I guess I must be. Okay. Awesome. I'll take a boudoir. Why are you choosing the wrong doors every time? Do the doors change? They change daily, isn't that a thing? Because I had notes. I haven't transferred them from my Google Doc yet, but I had notes on the Great Hall. And yeah. I have explicit footage of the central door not being right. I don't know what you're talking about, maybe. Also, this fucking candle holder. Crazy. Alright, sorry, FPTSD from candle holders after dealing with the drawing room. Yeah, and it's the exact candle that it's the exact one that you can pull down in the drawing room too. Oh, chapel is a bishop. I'll take a chapel, actually. That's a bishop room. There he is. And I get some coins. And I get a utility closet. What did I want the utility closet for? I wanted the utility closet for the dark room. Just in case I managed to find one. So for now, I'll just leave it be. Don't want to waste too many steppies. Okay, well, I'm stuck here. So I'm gonna have to go back to the other side, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Yeah, that's a lever. And garage. Pantry is the only thing that doesn't lock me out of stuff, and it gives me free steppies as well. So that's pretty convenient. Does the pantry have a chess piece? I don't think it does. Alright, awesome. Let's check what this door is. Drawing room, corridor. Might as well just get a closet if all of them would be dead ends. And then let's see. This is locked. Did I lock myself out already? Is this really it? Just me being an ass, watch the chessboard not doing anything, and it being something entirely else where you have to place the rooms right. Well, there's a reason why you can freely move the chess pieces, right? There has to be. But yeah, I think I'm already locked out, which is really unfortunate because I got the magnifying glass and the sledgehammer. I guess I can go back down to the precipice and see if I can break that wall with the sledgehammer. But yeah, for now we're done. Unless I can buy keys at the commissary? I don't... No, I can't buy the keys here. No. Great Hall is locked. Foundation's locked. Yeah. Unfortunate. But it is what it is. Alright, back to the precipice we go. But it is pretty much in time for an ad break, which I could use for a quick bathroom break as well. Oh, and I guess I could go back to the foundation and mess around with the sigils. Can I do something here? Is any of this somehow interactable to me? It does not seem like it. Okay, well, I'm gonna take a screenshot of this anyway. Add that to the notes. Where did I put them? Down here, right. That's the safe house, and then in the precipice, you have this thing, which is exactly the right thing. Alright, and we have... Hold on, can I want to at least try this then, because we have parlor here, chapel there. So parlor would be here. Does that... Okay, so it lights up when it's correct. Chapel would be here. Yeah, okay. Gotcha. Theory proven to some degree. And then I'm just gonna head back and mess around with the sigils for a bit and see if I can do anything there. Apologies. Tab down into Twitch because we had ads coming up, and I'm going to prevent the ads from playing until we're done with the day. I really need like a snooze ads button on my stream deck. That would be super useful. And I also need a bigger stream deck because I'm already booked out on all the buttons that I have. Alright. There we go. Lever time. Hi, Cup. Welcome to the stream. Do what on the ads with your deck? Snooze them. What do you mean? Well, I guess it's not necessarily clear to everyone, but Twitch automatically plays... Wait, what was I doing? Sigils. Yes, right. Twitch automatically plays ads every hour for me, and I can postpone it by 5 minutes up to 3 times by pressing a button. And I would love to have that button mapped to my stream deck. Also, Cup 10 stream streak already. That's insane. You're crazy. Also past verbal interpreting. That is awesome. Yep, and that's the two things we got. So I'm assuming Okay, so we got the sigil. We also have the knowledge up here. Question is... Actually, you know what? You have what now? What do you mean, Cut? What's up? Yeah, I'm never touching the game. Goddamn. It is a little tricky. I'm gonna try to replicate this. Just in case that's just how it works. Right, so that's that. That's the militant moat, I think. The martial moat, yes. Got 4 lines. Like that. The lines have like little stripes at the end. Like that. And the outside would be wavy. Or red, I think. Where's the wavy? There it is. Oh shit. Oh, this is exciting. It's another Morajai box. What the fuck does red do? Okay. What does green do? What does any of this do? That just... Okay, so that propagates the red? How does... How do I... What does green do? Me inputting the nuclear codes after someone called car rust bucket. That's crazy. Oh, orange turns into red when adjacent to red. Or when surrounded by red? Adjacent to at least 2 red, I guess. And then that... How do I... What does green do? I don't know what green does. I've had stuff like this before. You know what? I'm gonna leave this for later. This side is way more interesting. Royal Museum. Grand City of Fen. I'm actually writing this last postcard sitting at my desk at home. I suppose I should put forth the extra effort and drop it in the mail for consistency, but I'm tempted to save the postmaster a trip as it will just wind up here once again to join the other 7, which I'm pleased to report are all waiting for me on my desk, safe as can be. Flipping through them has reminded me of the many friends I made and lessons learned along the way. And as I look back, one truth shines brighter than the others. Air travel is much better than sea travel. Herbert. P.S. Remind Anne to replace the books I lost. Okay. Well, this is fucking awesome. Is there anything else here? I don't think so. Alright, here's a screenshot. Just because. So Fen Aries is... This is the sanctum of Fen Aries then, I imagine? We should probably make a separate thing for these. Anyway. Fen Sanctum. I'm just gonna post that in here. And take screenshots of this whole display. Because that's clearly relevant. Or maybe it's just, maybe this is just a cool thing. I don't know, I don't care, I'm just putting it out there. And Sanctum. Alright. The Red Prince of Bel-Air. Silly. Okay. So we have one of the sanctums down. I still don't know what green does. And I'm still confused by how exactly red behaves. Does red just... I don't understand. We also have ads playing now. You know what? I'm gonna take a short bathroom break while the ads play. And we'll be back in just a few minutes. I'll see you guys then. Okay, so that may be a bit silly. Thank you, Mivy, for pointing it out. I thought this was... I thought this was the same note that we already saw in, was it the Master Writer one? Something that also had a Mordai box. But as it turns out, I'm just blind. So thank you for pointing that out, that's different. At the end of the war with the Fifth Era, after the Grand Realm of Fen Ares was established, more Jai boxes of the realm were graced with the red towels in honor of General Teskin's victory. Yeah, I gotta look at everything. I'm definitely more thorough. Don't judge me. I'm very excited right now. When these tiles are pressed, all black tiles in the box turn red in triumphant victory, while all white tiles in the box turn black, serving as the outclassed and struggling reinforcements of the dwindling Desolate's army. Okay, so... Yep, that checks out. Okay, understood. Now the question is... what does green mean? Oh? Gotta be more thorough. Skips the manual next to the box and exclaims it's unsolvable. I never said it was unsolvable, for the record. Oh, the greens just jump back and forth. Oh, that resets it. Can I? How did that work? Hold on. Wait, is that how orange works? It just turns into whatever color it has at least two adjacent of? Because that would... So if I do this, I can circle this around and swap these around for some purpose. Hold on, no, that doesn't make any sense. Green doesn't even work as a thing though, does it? Do I need to turn everything red? So I need to have the greens in the middle then, at the end. If I do this, I can get the black up and then rotate stuff around there. I can turn the white tile. Oh, that's a gray tile, right? That doesn't do anything. Oops. I can get a red tile up there, have both green tiles down here. Don't know if that does anything for me. Don't think it does. How did that happen? I can turn this red, which can turn this red, then I can swap those around to turn this red. And I do that and switch it around, it undoes it. Okay. So I need to end up with reds in the corners. Essentially. Is what I'm figuring out here. So if I do this, then shift this over. That it's wrong, doesn't matter. That would turn this red. I can't get the ones out of the middle. I'll turn you rents. Welcome, Ruby. I can get the black up there. Doesn't really do much for me. I don't think. Painted black. I don't think I can. I wish I could. But I can't get myself into a position where I have more than one black tile on the screen at any given time. So that's not really an option. I can turn this red, but that doesn't do anything for me. If I could turn either of the oranges black, that would probably help. Maybe? No, that wouldn't do anything, actually. Wait, I can turn the oranges green. Right? I think. Hold on. No, wait. How did I can turn an orange green. What is... So this swaps with that, then. Does that help me in any way? I don't think so. Hold on, I need 4 reds for 4 corners. The grays aren't gonna change at all. The greens aren't gonna change. Which leaves me with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, Aki. You have a good day. Thank you for the care package. Let me do a stretch. That was a good stretch. And a hydrate. Awoo! Celebratory awoo. And the center is always going to be red. The grays don't do anything, do they? The white just turns gray when I press it. Is there any... No, there's nothing. Am I being silly? Am I being stupid? So I need to turn the oranges into yellow. That's not debatable. Oranges into red, I mean, sorry. I turn that into red. And then I can swap that up there. Then I can swap that up there, move that around, get that back down. But then I'm kind of at a loss here, because I can do this. But then it loses the color. And these two I can't do anything with. I'm not sure if I can do this right now. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get the oranges out. I'm gonna just put it on my to-do list. To do... I have a separated section. Morajai box in Pen Sanctum. I don't want to spend too much time on this right now. Maybe I'll do it off screen, because I imagine there's just an allowance token in there. There's always just been allowance tokens in these. Alright, now what I'm curious about, get all the more Ajay box rolls. That would probably help. So what do we know about Orindia Aries? We have the history books. History of Orindia. Though a lot of it is censored. Yeah, honestly, I should have started off with Obsidian. In retrospect, totally should have. Right. Middle province. We don't know much about Orindia. We can kind of assume certain things. I think. Like the moats, for example. I would imagine well, I guess, I don't know. I'm gonna go out on a limb and to assume is to make an ass of you and me. Don't care. I'm gonna try it. Metropolitan. I don't think it's metropolitan. Orindia Aries is way too. Excuse me? My cursor is stuck. Okay, there we go. Well, we can always just change these anyway. What we do... Well, I guess we don't really know much, do we? No, I'm silly. We have this. Which is metropolitan. That's why it was on my mind. So we have 3 lines. 3 lines, metropolitan. Yep, that's that, just backwards. We have specifically the type of lines with the things at the end. And then it's just a guessing game about the color, right? Which we can probably just brute force. Could have guessed it's not red. There it is. There's probably a way to figure out the color in a sensible way, but if you're gonna narrow down the options to just a single wheel, I'm going to be brute forcing it. Sorry about that. Okay. Gotcha. There's another more Ajay box. Yep, we know this. I'm gonna screenshot these. I should probably do that for the other box as well. Let's make it more a dry corner. Orindia Sanctum. More a dye box. Let's just... I guess we can put that... We can put that anywhere, it doesn't matter. Just keep that up there. Okay, see this part... I at least kind of understand, I think. Wait. Green? Aww. Oh, black counts as a color here. Okay. Understood. Black counts as a color. Then I can put yellow in the center. And move that around. Don't know what that does for me. That doesn't do anything actually. Okay, but I need the black. So if I do that, I can move the yellow all the way up. What does that do for me? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I need to get the black out of the center, which I can only do by putting yellow in the center. And then I essentially need to rotate around these guys. Like that. I can put a green in the center, then I can get the yellow back down here. Rotate that so the green gets moved down, swap that out here, and then I just rotate and I got it. Ooh, God, I'm so smart. Oh yeah, what color was the sigil? I think that must have been black then, right? Yeah, that was black. Oh yeah, we got the black flags and everything. Gotcha. Two more coins for the start of the day. Hell yes. Orindia Aries. Understood. And we got statues, very true. 8 realms in 8 months. The objective was simple enough, but in what order, what route, and where to start? Questions like these are the ones I tend to ignore, as planning has never been my strong suit. Well then, in the true spirit of adventure, I have departed, forsaking both map and plan, and as it happens, the road has taken me south. It seems fitting to begin the journey by visiting a fragment of the old kingdom, a landmark as black in realm as it is in name, and a story I feel closely connected to. Herbert. Post dates? What do you mean, Mevi? Okay, we have another... You know what, I should probably... Orindia Sanctum. I should probably note down the sigils and everything as well. Those are statues, alright? And that's a train track, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna take this screenshot. Orindia Sanctum. And then we're gonna take some close-ups of statues. As a stamp collector, I appreciate the post office not putting the post date on the stamp. Hell yeah. Ben Oris. Ben Aries. I'm confused. Anyway. We got the statues, we got a close-up of those. We got this thing. Which is surely something. Got a close-up of that. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna move the chessboard to the side because I don't think that's anywhere near directly related to what we're doing right now. I'm gonna take a screenshot of the sigil. As well. And I guess just connect the sigil to these. There we go. Or you know what? We can just make a group. Orindia Aries Sanctum. And then I can just drag these out here. And just put them in the box. There we go. Put the postcard in there. Put the sigil in there. Yeah, I know some of the colors, but I only know the ones of these three. That's Arch Aries, whatever the fuck, and Araja. I don't know the colors of anything else. And I guess I'm gonna have to note down, like, what the sigil means. The one that just made everything right. Yeah, that's a funny guy. So we got Core. Core is obviously Orindia Aries. Then the rays mean train tracks. Train tracks and something isn't actually explained here. Now that I'm looking at it. We have a metropolitan moat. Metropolitan. And we have a black border. Border black. Ray lines. I don't know yet. Let's say Reddington. That's crazy. But alright. I'll take that for now. And I'll go back in here. You know what, I guess I should probably make the group an appropriate color if we're already at it. High FOV and put it on the corner to zoom more. I don't even know if there's an FOV setting. No. Okay. So... Alright, I wanted to make this black. Like fully and entirely black to be matching up with the color. Create group. Then Aries Sanctum. This is going to be red. And I'm gonna extract the screenshot out of here. Gonna take some close-up shots. Of the thing. Or the things, rather. Also, the cannons are the same that we saw in the master bedroom, I think. Which is interesting. No idea if there's any correlation there. Alright, then we have the letter. And then we have the sigil. Which stands for... I should probably scale these down just a tiny bit. We have, obviously, core is Fen Aries. We have the rays, which are also train tracks. Wait, no, that doesn't make sense. What do three lines represent? Do we have any text on 3 lines? 8 rays is ship routes. Carriages, trails for horses is 4 rays. Do we have... This is 4 rays. Also, hi Noelle, welcome to the stream. Blueprints, you're silly. So this is actually trails. Ray type, we still don't know. Or I guess ray lines. I should rename this ray count and ray type. Makes much more sense. Ray count, ray type. And then we have the moats, our military, and the border, which is red. There we go. Welcome to the corkboard. Yes. Okay. So that's those two. Which means I'm out of sanctums to open. Actually, I've opened both the sanctums that I wanted. That's kind of crazy. All right. Well, in that case, I'm gonna call it a day. I can't do anything else. And we're gonna go back and oh yeah. We can check this off. We can check this off. You can see jack this off, very different meaning. And instead add the get room layout for precipice chessboard. Okay. I think that's what I want to do. I want to try and get that puzzle done. Or if we get a schoolhouse outside, that would also be very, very helpful. Or we can take a shrine or a root cellar. I'll take a root cellar. Might as well. I was getting excited about the tomb because I remembered there was something I wanted to check out there, but that was already figured out. So there's no point in me going there right now. Billiard room. You know what? I'll take a corridor. I want to get to the west wing. I'll take a corridor. I'll take... early security might actually be good. I'll take a hallway. I want to spend gems too quickly. What about the chessboard? We'll get security, don't worry. I'm sure of it. Take a workshop there. Get a dark room, which would be interesting. Or a chapel. Chapel might actually be more interesting. I'll take a chapel for here for the sake of the chessboard. Head back down. Do I go? I think I go this way first. Just to see what's up. See what we can get. Boudoir. I'll take it. There's no chess piece in here, is there? No. Alright. So that gives me a free gem. And... ooh. Ooh, that's kind of unfortunate. Do I want to redraw? I want to redraw. See? There it is. Security. Just like that. Security is a night room. I'm gonna go back and see what we get here. Also grab the key while we're here. Conservatory. We haven't actually been there yet, but at the same time, it's going kind of well. But we have gems. I can check out a conservatory. Well, that's okay. That's a rook room. That's good. So we got rook covered, we got bishop covered, we got pawn covered, we got knight covered. I think that just means we need, yeah, king and queen. So we need an office. And her ladyship's chamber would work, or a study. Drafting locations. Ooh, this is actually big. Conservatory only draftable in a corner. Bookshop only draftable from a library. This is good information. And her ladyship's chamber only works from south-facing doors. Okay. Also very good to know. I'm gonna add this over here to the gameplay hints. Conservatory. There we go. Okay, and I get to able to permanently adjust the rarity and rates that determine how often certain floor plans are drawn. Gotcha. And library is unusual. Oops. Could make the laundry more common. I think I might want to go for unusual to make it less rare, but also because it's a dead end. I don't want the dead ends to be too commonplace. And it's not that I need it every single run. So I'm gonna go with unusual. Oh, I'm not just limited to one change. Okay. Honestly, I might just rotunda. I might also make this one unusual. Library standard. That I think that looks good. I think that works. Commissary, parlor, nook. All of these are dead ends. I do need the gems, so I'm gonna go for a parlor and hope that I can solve the puzzle. Alright, only one box is true. Black box contains the gems. The blue box contains the gems. If this is true, then both of these are false, which means the white box contains the gems. And this is the only way we get one determinate result, so I'm gonna go with the white box. I'm a genius. I'm just that smart. Where's the boy? Alright. Do I go to the chapel? I think I do. Could go back to security and go to the fountain. Not the fountain, the foundation. I'm gonna go to foundation because I wanna get her ladyship's chamber, which is going to be interesting. Closet, spare bedroom. That's not a good start, but I'll take the spare bedroom. And then I hope that I get West Wing Hall, which is good. Go here. I don't have a shovel, so I can't do anything about that. I'm gonna go here in case I get something that would give me keys. Of course I don't. So I'm gonna grab a utility closet instead, just in case we get a dark room and a magnifying glass, which is unlikely, but it is what it is. I'll take a gymnasium, and I somehow need to loop back around. Ooh, Nook here is actually really good. And now I somehow need to loop back around. Oh, we're already getting to locked doors. There is an office. I kind of have to get it. Because this is the king room. And it does give me a gem since we managed to open that up. Of course, this one's also locked. This is unfortunate. I think if I ever want to... Yeah, I'll need to get an observatory here. Ah, this is fucked. I'm not going to get a queen. I don't think. That would be all the chess pieces. If I just need a queen. Which... I guess I can get for a study. I'll grab an observatory here. And see what I can draft. Also see what we get here. Rooms with 4 doors are more common, and we get a gem. So that observatory paid for itself, at least. That's worth it. The door here is locked. I'm gonna go back down to the chapel. And stock up on some more keys. Oops, I almost went into that room. That would have been very upsetting. Oh yeah, I never actually got the item in here. Broken lever. Of course. Chapel is stingy. Oh, these are awful. These are kind of awful. Library, dark room. I don't have a... Oh, fuck. I don't have a... God damn it. Oh, that sucks. So I could get a dark room. And spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 steppies. That's a lot of steppies to spend to eliminate the dark room issue. Or I could get a library and maybe hope for a study or something. There's a magnifying glass in the library. That's interesting. I also want to get the Swinbird book again, because I didn't take screenshots of that. And I don't know if I have to, but I want it. Bookshop. That's new. I got the special closet to disable the dark room, but it's 15 steppies to disable it and go back into it. That's a bishop room. Interesting. A new clue for 50. Oh, fuck. History of Orindia, 1st edition. Books purchased in a bookshop will be permanently added to the library and available to check on your next visit. Oh boy, okay. Interesting and expensive. Okay. It should come as no surprise that the latest book from local author Marion Marigold is breaking literary records and making headlines even in absentia. The release of her new book, A New Clue, comes only 14 months after the distressful report of the author's mysterious and unexplained disappearance. Her current publisher has issued a statement debunking the conspiracy theories surrounding the book's recent announcement, stating the writing of the book was completed and well into the editing stages many months before the disappearance. In addition, the publisher has revealed that all of the proceeds from 1st edition sales of A New Clue will be going to Lasting Hope, a non-profit organization that aims to provide resources and intel in the investigations of missing persons. Still, the timing and conveniently mysterious title of Marigold's 3rd book has left many cynics denouncing the book and her disappearance as a cheap publicity stunt. Detective Bon Margle, who many theorize may have been the inspiration for A New Clue, was quoted only saying that the book was unintentionally accurate. Regardless of their opinions, fans, pundits, and cynics alike were standing together elbow to elbow in bookshop queues this morning, eager to get their hands on what may very likely be the last words ever published by the missing author. Okay. So... this isn't exactly... news, but we have a bookshop thing now, which is crazy. Doesn't have a date on it, which is also interesting. And of course this links back to Mary. Is this a fucking Morajai box layout? Fuck. Okay, and I'm gonna screenshot this so I know the prices. Should probably make like a store corner or something. Bookshop. You know what? Fuck it. Just leave it at that. Alright. And I guess I should add the bookshop as a bishop room. Oops. A nice window color in the back. Bookshop. Bishop Black. Is that Arch Aries? Is that what we already know? It is. It's Arch Aries. The one we already know. Walk-in closet, storeroom. Oh boy. Well, I guess I'll take a storeroom for a guaranteed key. And take it back to probably the observatory. Yeah, I know. I didn't, and I don't trust my ability to use the Great Hall anymore. It's clearly something isn't right with my understanding of it. So I'm gonna go up here, over here, over here, use key, vault. We've never been in the vault before, so I think this might just be worth checking out for the sake of it. That's a lot of coins, holy shit. Wait, can I make it? I don't think I can make it back, can I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep. Unless there's food in the vault, I can't make it back, which is really unfortunate. And the vault is a rook room. Also interesting. Vault is a white rook room. And this is where I would use the deposit box key. Alright, gotcha. Friday, December 11th. That's the date today. That's awesome. But I think that's it. I think that's everything that's here. Which is unfortunate. I guess we can head over to the office. And see what that does. Archives, Great Hall. Might as well check if any of these are unlocked. I'm not getting through there. I did want to check if the archives have a chess piece, but it doesn't look like they do. This one's actually unlocked, that's crazy. Use heavier steppies, that's barely an issue. And it's the only option I have anyway. This one's unlocked as well. So we're done. And that's pool room. All right. Shame, but it is what it is. We got very little food that run as well. I couldn't interact with it anyway, because as soon as it goes to 0, it just fades you out. All right. We have another ad break coming up. So I'm gonna play the ads now, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. And we're back. And we're getting right back into it. Yeah, we didn't actually do any of these this run. It's a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. We're gonna get the outdoor room first. Add this tradition. And we got a schoolhouse. So today may just be a classroom kind of day. Maybe we can get all the way to grade 8. For once. That would be awesome. At least I'm assuming there's 8 grades because there's an achievement for getting... I think it even says it like here somewhere. Trophy 8? Or maybe I'm mixing that up. Who knows? Early Den is super good. Immediate classroom is also great. And an early parlor is also good. Oh my god. Hi, Cup. Welcome home. No, and I can step in here essentially for free. And get another classroom immediately. That's crazy. Just traveling with passenger for the first time? Give a groupie a lift to the metro station? Hell yeah. That's awesome. Oh. Interesting. Okay. I'm expanding my classroom stuff now. That is very interesting. Mrs. Hannah Peterson. Hannah, after a few false leads, I managed to track down one of the old textbooks from your list. The original compendium was in archival storage on a restricted floor of the campus library, to which I fortunately still have access. However, I'm devastated to report that the pages 36 and 37 pertaining to your query had been removed. It's such a shame that the progress of higher academia is constantly thwarted by the political whims of the CBE. If you wish, I can transcribe the surviving pages and send them to you, but I don't believe there is any mention of cores of any kind in their text. Are they talking about the sigils then? The cores? That would be interesting. Right, we got Rob, we got Jenny, we got Penelope, and I'm actually missing a screenshot of this one. So there we go, that's that. Awesome. I'm gonna also take a screenshot of this just in case, because it would be funny. And I might as well. Maybe eventually I'll solve it when I feel like it. Let's see what this is. Closet ether, closet nook. I'll take a nook here and head back to the den. Because I need more gems. In case I stumble across more classrooms. Storeroom, utility closet, pantry. I'll take a pantry. It's a classroom. Which is awesome. And before I go there, I'm gonna go in here for the parlor game. 2 false statements. This is the only true statement. The white box is empty. Do we have this one? Already? If this is true... No, this can't be true. Because that would... Actually, no, like, wait, hold on. If this is true, 2 others are false. Which would cancel itself out. So this cannot be true. So this is false. This is provably false. If this is true, then this is false. Hold on, that doesn't work out. If this is true, then this is false. What was I thinking about canceling out? That doesn't make any sense. If this is true, then these two are false. Which would mean it's in the white box. This is false. And this is false, and this is true. I think the only way we get any conclusive result is if this is false, implying the white box has the gems. Didn't feel quite right, but we made it. Alright. Awesome. And we got reroll dice. Grade 3. Periodic elements. Yeah, I never actually took any screenshots of this, so I think it's about time. Classroom. Grade 3. Science is fun. It sure is. So that's that. Are there hidden letters in everyone, or was that just the maths one? Guess it must have just been the maths one, because there's nothing here. Okay. Let's get oops. Didn't copy it yet. Let's get the worksheets screenshotted just in case. Are there just 3 worksheets? I see. Interesting. So that's that. And there's the final worksheet. I'm gonna make bigger in case I ever feel like solving it. That's gonna be there. And the periodic table of elements, which we already had in the laboratory, is also here. Just for the record. There we go. All right. Then let's see what we got here. We got a West Wing Hall, we got a chapel. I'll take a West Wing Hall. Grab the coins and the food. Step back. Patio, mailroom, utility closet. Can I reroll? Can reroll, but I don't know if I want to. I need the gems for... I'll take a corridor. Garage, library. Three keys is really good though. But it's a dead end. And locks me out of the thing. Oh yeah, we got the Swimbird book. That I completely forgot about. I want to wanted to note this down because I didn't put it in my notes. And there's one little screenshot. Well, not screenshot. There's like a little drawing in the storeroom of the swim bird, and I'm very curious if there's any correlation between that and like the story, or if that's just kind of there. Oops. All right, screenshot that. Screenshot that. Screenshot that. Screenshot that. So many screenshots. Kind of crazy. There we go. That's the whole book. Awesome. Awesome. And there we go. All right. Now let me go into the foundation. Closet, utility closet, bedroom. These all kind of suck. Take a utility closet again. Just in case. And let me guess this is locked. It's not locked. There's a classroom. Also a dark room. Very close to the utility closet. I think I'll take the dark room. And go to the utility closet and fix the dark room. And then we just have that as an option. All right. So that's that. There's a key in here, which is awesome. Yeah, and this is the photo I want to use the magnifying glass on, because I don't know. Door's locked. Not locked. That's a bit surprising, but I'll take it. Also take a chapel here, because that placement is kind of busted. And I guess... Actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna keep that there. I'm gonna go all the way back and check out the nook. And see what the east wing has for me. There we go. No special items. That's a security room. Or an East Wing Hall. Has anyone ever said how much being sick sucks? Because it does. It absolutely does. I'm very sorry you're sick, Ruby. I'm imagining that's why you're saying it. That's a classroom. It's a dead-end classroom, but it's a classroom nevertheless. hallway for a key. I might actually go for that first. I should have drawn the north room on that. I'll actually spend a gem on the kitchen. I need steppies, just generally. Bacon and eggs. Club sandwich. Club sandwich. For now. And we'll be fine. These are all dead ends, that's crazy. And a classroom that's also a dead end. Insane. I'll take a storeroom. Make up for the gem I lost and also grab a key. Go back over here. See what we can do here. This is locked, right? It is not locked. And we have a dining room. That is awesome. That is actually really good. Okay. Gymnasium. Oh, these are all dead ends. That's unfortunate. I'll take the 2 items then. Gem and a key. Pretty worth, to be honest. And this one's locked. And we got a classroom in a good location. And we got steppies back. Oh yeah. Grade 4 classroom. Hi Kenji, welcome to the stream. Classroom. Grade 4. I have most of the stuff here screenshotted in my Google Doc notes still. I haven't transferred that yet because I didn't get there yet. I'll pass. Not loose steppies traveling between 2 adjoining hallways. Always drafted from an adjoining hallway do not cost gems to draft. Okay. I don't think that does much for me because I don't have that many hallways. But I'll take it. Or, well, rather, I have a lot of hallways already. That's kind of the issue. I'm still a little uncertain on what exactly this is hinting towards. That's my main issue right now. You know what? I might as well just take the screenshots here. The worksheets. Trisha. Got a B minus. Also interesting. I hope this isn't a political statement comment is on the one that put the Orinda Aries icon on Ben Aries. Which is interesting. Also, I'm gonna have to open my old notes for a second. Open geography. Because I have the finished worksheet on the side. There we go. The finished thing is the fully correct one. And then there's all this bullshit, which I'm gonna transfer from my old notes at some point. Also, interesting that there's a teapot here, but that is very much besides the point. All right, we're in grade 4 now. Locked door, this is fine. Get another classroom, but that would be a dead end. Boudoir for 2 rerolls. And a gem, actually. Because of this. That's an office, a drawing room. Drawing room here would go kind of hard. I'll take a drawing room. Alright. Of course this is locked. You're probably also locked. You're not locked. Okay. Classroom. I'll take a classroom. Right, grade 5. And I'll unlock this one. That's a study. Courtyard is a net gain. Of gems, though. I'll go for a courtyard. Oh shit, we have security doors. That's a bit unfortunate. Okay. Going into grade 5. This is art class. Yeah, this was the hint for the paintings stuff. Yeah. Gotcha. Conference room gives me the most. I can just free redraw here. I can just redraw 4 more classrooms. Please. Classroom, thank God. So this is a new one. I'm still gonna note down this one. For the sake of completion. Classroom, grade 5. And we got art class. This is kind of adorable, by the way. Yeah, this is just the painting puzzle. That's all of that. There is even an empty one. Maybe I'll eventually just draw something in here. For the sake of it, that would be funny. Alright. But that's that. Then we get another classroom. Grade 6. History. Penned by the victors. evidently. So classroom, grade 6. The pattern I'm seeing here is that Fen Ares and Orinda Ares were at war at some point. And Fen Ares came out on top. Probably because they're the military type of civilization to begin with. What are you? Oh, next slide. I can change slides? Oh. Please tell me they loop around. Okay, hold on. Oh, these are interesting. Okay, I'll get the worksheets first. Because these are going to be interesting. Hi Buzz, welcome to the stream. Okay. History. Okay, we can take a look at that later. I want to get the screenshots of the... Oh yeah, I should probably actually start filling these in. I'm gonna open this in my general painting tool. So there's war between Fen Ares and Orinda Ares. Oh boy, this is gonna be interesting. Oops. Right. Then we have this was the first slide, wasn't it? Because this is just Orinda Ares. during its glory days, from what I can gather. Then we had the war. Then Ares won. Red stuff got taken down. And then I'm assuming that the people wearing the red scarves are people from originally Orindia Ares. Who are now being forced to work for Fen Ares after losing the war. So let's see if we can figure out the questions. First crown ruler of Fen Ares. Which city in Fen Ares is named after a historical figure? Well, we know it's Oris. I'm pretty sure. How many sons did the fourth king of Orindia have? $60 and 6 is interesting. How long did the War of the Fifth Era last? 6 years, 12 years, 22 years, the entire era. Which realm did not ally with Fen Ares during the war? I would assume it's a Raja. Purely because of the fact that there's a pendant in her ladyship's chamber that has a Raja's logo on it. Which makes me believe that there's some Orindia Ares allyship with a Raja. What flag was forbidden to be flown? The full staff after the war, the black flag. That makes sense. I think everyone picked that one, and that should be the right one for everyone. Okay, so if we can assume, I can assume that Arch Ares here is wrong. And Reddington here is wrong, making everything else correct. I can thereby assume that the entire era here is wrong, and Desolates the Fourth is wrong, making Oris and Raja correct. And I can assume here that 66 is wrong, and Reddington is wrong. So the actual results are General Teskin. I need a circle. General Teskin, Oris, 2 sons, 22 years, a Raja, and the black flag. And this should be the correct stuff for everything. I'm gonna have to make some space for that. Make it a bit bigger, because we can. Alright, interesting. We're learning things. Crazy, crazy. Locked. Well, let's see what we got. can just redraw for more classrooms. This would be a dead end. But we're in, what, grade 6 now? So this would be grade 7. So we would just need to pull one more classroom. I think is doable, to be honest. So I'll do that. What is grade 7? Grade 7 is algebra. Oh, this teaches you about squares and shit. Okay. Well, I already know most of this then. Classroom. Grade 7. Algebra. There we go. Got some of the worksheets screenshotted. Get all of them screenshotted, actually. And then we have the empty sheets that I can screenshot just for fun. For bonus. In case I ever feel like it. There we go. And that is it. Okay, so now we head back. Neighbor's dog is being very active. The courtyard had the security door that I can't do. Ooh, I have quite a way to go. All right. And there we go. Awesome possum. We have no item here. Which I probably already checked, to be fair. Okay, the church tax. Cool. I'll redraw here. I'll take a gymnasium. Gymnasium's fine. Has enough movement. And now we hope for something good. Redraw. Commissary Maid's Chamber. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. I think that's it then. Actually. We have keys. And a shovel. Where's BP? Oh, it's just coins. Okay. Keys don't do anything for us. I don't think. I don't actually know. I don't know if we can... Oh, this is just a normal door. Never mind. This is just locked. Laundry room. Security room. Well, that doesn't do anything, actually. None of these do anything for me. Take a lavatory. Out of protest. Alright. Well. That is that then. I think. Gonna have to call it a day. Oh, it lists the... I didn't even see that. It listed sanctums at the bottom. That's super cool. Alright. Fuck. I really wanna get past grade 7 in classrooms as a new objective. I really want that fucking magnifying glass stuff. So bad. It's not even funny. My voice is disappearing. I should drink something. Alright. Let's see. Got the allowance. Now let's see what we're doing. Outdoors room. Root cellar, shelter, trading post. I don't think you can buy anything here, can you? Can you buy stuff at the trading post? Or do you just trade items? Because I think it's just trading items, in which case the shelter might actually be better for me. So we'll take that. God damn it. And immediate dark room is very interesting, actually. And we're going to be protected. Immediate dark room and immediate utility closet. I think the game wants me to do something here. I didn't even need the utility closet. Yes, I have been down the shelter. I have gotten the safe down there. I'm going here. Sheltered. There's no items here, which is a bit of a shame. Oh, never mind. There's a lockpick kit. God damn it. I'll take a nook then. And might as well take a whole courtyard. My voice is garbage. I'm very sorry. I don't know what's up today. That's crazy. Okay, I'm gonna go in the courtyard, grab a shovel. Got some coins, got 2 gems. Got nothing. Huh. Interesting. Guess I'll take a pantry, because that's the least bad option here. No items here. This box is not empty. This box contains gems. All statements that contain the word gems are false. Isn't that a paradox? Wouldn't that make it... If this was true, the box itself would... Oh, I got disconnected. Are we okay? What is happening? Are we back? Okay. Awesome. Awesome. That was interesting. That's crazy. Damn. Beer Dreamer 28, thank you for the follow. Thank you very much and welcome to the stream. Okay. God damn it. Oh, and now we have an ad about to start because of the stream restarting. That's a bit of a shame, but fine, I guess. Maybe the ad can mask away the shame of when I get this wrong. All statements that contain the word gems are false. This box contains gems. This box is not empty. So if this is true, and it doesn't paradox itself, then this is false, meaning this doesn't necessarily have to be false, actually, or true. Doesn't it paradox itself? Yeah, I assumed so. I just don't know how the game treats it. So, assuming this is false, usually what happens is that the inverse is true, meaning that, but there's no clear inverse of this. It could either be all statements that don't contain the word gems are false, but that would paradox itself, so that can't be it. Or all statements that can turn the word gems are true, which also paradoxes itself if this is false. This box itself is just a paradox. No matter how you lay it out, this box just contradicts itself. So there's an assumption here that's wrong, which is probably that the rule on this box also counts for this box. So, assuming that's not the case, if this is true, then this is false. This is indeterminate, and we don't know where the gems are. If this is false, then this is true. And this just also happens to be false. So the only determinate solution is the white box, as far as I can tell. All right, there we go. Awesome. Smarts indeed. I might have also just gotten lucky. I don't know if my reasoning there was completely sound, but we take these. magnifying glass so bad. Oh my god. Okay. Magnifying glass acquired. Acquired. I'll take a den here. And I'll go back here because I need this photo magnified so bad. Green memos found in Hartley's room are always false. That is interesting. That is very specific. Actually. Because Hartley's room is... Where did I put it? Oh, I don't have it here yet. But it was the... servant's chamber? Or something. And the memo that it had was that there's 12 major keys. Which is interesting because apparently that's a lie. Given what we know. Okay. Well, we have that ticked off our list now. Now, if we can get a master bedroom, which is unlikely because master bedrooms only show up in the East Wing. How do you storeroom spare bedroom? I'll take a spare bedroom and take my chance at getting into the foundation. That's a set of car keys. Garage, workshop, chapel. Chapel's the only one that lets me get into the garage, into the foundation, I mean. The garage. Oh, and the chapel doesn't take my money because I'm sheltered. Can't lockpick this one. That's a shame. Oh right, we got dig spots in the foundation. Coins. Coins. A lot of coins around today, Jesus Christ. And here's a drawing room. Just the only one that's not a dead end. Patio, West Wing Hall, terrace. I really should have done that differently. I'll take a West Wing Hall though. And here we have potentially a chance to get over to the East Wing. I'll take a kitchen. Now go over here. This one's locked, not pickable. Don't want to use a key on that, the only key I have. I'll take... That's 5 for every green room. I have 1 green room. That's unfortunate. Take a club sandwich. Hallway doors are always unlocked. It's kind of goated. Even if it is expensive. But if we get a grand hall, or a great hall, or whatever. Oh yeah, I should probably screenshot these now that I think about it. There's something wonky here, isn't there? Baron Edwin Sinclair and Isaac Gates. I'm gonna just screenshot all of these and put them in like a corner somewhere. Create busts. So I can see the fuckery that's going on here. Major Nicholas Key the Fourth. It's a very inconspicuous name, considering we just learned that there's more than 12 major keys, which I assume one of those is in reference to this guy. Aaron Edwin Sinclair. And Count Isaac Gates. There we go. Done and done. And we get a great haul, which is sick. And these doors should be all unlocked now. Yes. Awesome. That's a lot of gems, which is awesome. That's a key, which is great. And all of these doors are also unlocked, which is actually kind of insane. Trophy room for 5 gems is also kind of insane. But it gives me 8 gems, so it's actually worth it. Yeah, I'll just go in here, actually. Yep. Awesome. Right, these are the trophies. We still only have one of. Vestibule, nursery, closet. Vestibule here is a waste. I'll just take a closet. Key and a rabbit's foot. Awesome. This is actually going kind of a little bit well. I almost dare say. I can get a patio, get access to the east wing. Over here, I can get a vault. Doesn't really do much for me. Boiler room is probably the right call here, I think. I'll take a boiler room. And I'll flip the switch. Because there's actually a chance we can get into the antechamber from the east side now, thanks to that boiler room. I will go to the patio. I'll start digging. Nothing. And nothing. Rock. Door's locked. Can't pick it. I'll use a key. Here. Treasure trove, greenhouse, bedroom. All of these suck. For my purposes. Because I really would have liked a master bedroom. But I guess I will take a treasure trove. Just to stack up the effect of it. Alright. And then we go through the boiler room. Oh yeah, this fucking thing, don't even remind me. Still have no idea what that's for. For movement, I can get this door, which I can actually pick. That's crazy. These all kind of suck too, to be honest. I'll get a pool, because that gives me more movement options. But I will also check this door. Which is unlocked. Aquarium Archive Sauna. I think I'll just take a sauna. Gem back. Very convenient. Alright. And then we go back around here. Into the pool. That's running shoes. Door's locked. Can't be picked. Door's locked. Can't be picked. Okay. I'm gonna use my keys on the east wing first. Library, freezer, observatory. Observatory is the only one that gives me an option. An extra shot for a thing. For a master bedroom. And we don't get it, but we are en route to the antechamber. Hi, Aki. Thank you for the hydrates. And welcome back. Alright. That's that. Thank you for the headpants, Kenji. Alright, we need a straight room here. Just wanted to check on the progress. Workshop. Awesome. Perfect. This actually works out amazingly. Okay. So, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 steppies. That's basically nothing. I am actually getting good, Necro. I'm doing it. I'm doing so good. I'm so proud of myself. Oh, yay. We could get some nanners while we're here. Some bonus steppies. Might as well. Not going to be using the money for anything else. Right, we just go to the foundation. Go down here. Pull the lever. And then in the basement, go through here. Wrong lever. That would be really silly if there was just like a low chance of that happening and you just crash down. That would be crazy. Okay, then we go here into the inner sanctum. Why do we even have that one? Why do we even have so many things in this manner? I don't know. Pull this lever. Now we open the north door, which last time we did it, opened, played the credits for the game, which is not playing right now. So that means we can actually go in there. Hopefully. I very, very much hope so. I'll be very upset if I don't get to go in there after everything I've done. Alright. Another lever pull. And now we head back up there. I don't need the steppies. I don't know why I'm even thinking about it. Down here. Up the elevator. Through here. Through here. In here. Oh, you still have the basement key. That's interesting. I guess if you only unlock one of the doors instead of both like I did, that makes sense. And there's room 46. There's a sanctum key in here. Oh my god, the sanctum key locations. Okay. Sanctum key locations. Awesome. Those are gonna go up here. Room 46. Sanctum key locations. The sigils are right here. I guess I should probably put those there because those are related. What is this? This is the precipice puzzle. I'm gonna put that. I should probably put that with the chess pieces, actually. I don't know why that's down here. Here's the chess pieces. There we go. And here we have the sanctum key locations. Oh my god. Alright, first key is found here in the furthest rank. Second, Loctite in the vault of a bank. So this is the one that's here in room 46. This is the one we need the key for. Okay, you know what? I should probably just note these down. We have 8 sanctum keys. So I'm gonna just do like sanctum key locations. And then we have 8. First one, room 46. We now have, so I'm gonna mark it as green. Second one is vault plus deposit box key. Third one, high up among all the clocks. High up Among all the clocks. Den is the only room I can think of that has clocks. Fourth down below, beneath all the docks. That's the basement box puzzle one, I think. Basement box puzzle. Or should reservoir box puzzle. That's the one we got. Second one. Held by king on his throne. Held by a king on his throne. I'm gonna mark the ones I've figured out as yellow, the ones I've done as green, and the ones I'm unsure about as gray. Gotta go again. Hopefully I'll be back before you end stream. I'm probably gonna end pretty soon, but thank you for tuning in again, Aki. I appreciate you. Sixth in a station. Left by one of your own. In a station left by one of your own. The seventh is major if you draft it quite late. Oh boy. Okay, I'm pretty sure music room while holding major keys. Question mark. Unsure about this one. I'm gonna mark it as orange. But the music room is the only room that has a guaranteed major key. And we know... Well, we don't know how many major keys there are, because they said it would be 12, but we know that's a lie, so we just know it's not 12. Also, hi Mears, welcome. And the last key is waiting by the last door of 8. No idea what that means. Behind the last door of 8. Okay, awesome. So we have one key I can get reasonably easy. Wait. I'm missing a key. Wait, was there one in the station? At the safe house? I don't remember. This is why I should have noted that down. Because if there was a sanctum key in the train station, that would definitely explain Jones? Oh, these are the family crests. Not down everything. Note down. Well, I started that today. I got the last key yesterday. So you can't call me out on that. Ooh. What is this? The secret is not as secret as you thought. We have your letters. 8 letters, 8 payments, 100 gold, instructions to follow. Interesting. So this is the blackmail letter. It's literally black. Secret room is not as secret as you thought. Oh, secure as you thought. trying to see if there's anything I can put together based on the fonts and the letters that are the same font. But I'm not sure if that's a thing. Anyway. I guess I'll put that in the I don't fucking know box. Because I have yet to figure out all the story behind what the letters are. There we go. That's just for later. And these are the family crests. Sinclair has the holly. Epson has the swan. Marigold. The bust is missing. 8 realms in 8 months. Okay. Well, I know this is number 1, based on the postcards. Wait, what did the other postcard say? I guess, wait, where's... Am I silly? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know where the 8th realm is. Can I put multiple in the same thing? Yes, I can. Last postcard. Sitting at my desk at home. So number 8 is here. No, not there. Somewhere here. It circles around. The first and last are here. Okay, understood. So this is where I put all that knowledge then. Room 46. So this is number 1. This is number 8. And everything else we have yet to figure out by getting the sanctum keys. Crown of the Blueprints. Former ruby crown of Orindia Ares. Recently set with freshly cut sapphires. First time you draw a red room while drafting, you may remove it from today's draft pool. If you do, gain 1 gem and redraw floor plans. Is that's a temporary item, isn't it? Yeah. That would go crazy if I had a coat check or something. That would be insane. Alright. I'm gonna take pictures of these crests Marigold. Also, there's a red cart here. I like that. Attention. Cart, rose, and apple. Hold on. Oh, I don't have the book here, do I? No, I don't. Never mind. Doesn't matter. Even the windows look like they have floor plans. I'm gonna look at like any grid now and just immediately get PTSD for this game. That's kind of crazy. Room 46, busts and crests. Got Epson. Sinclair. Oops. Did not mean to save that as a file, but there it is. Got Jones, which is our own family name. And we got Marigold. Which I'm not sure how that fits in. With everything. But I guess we'll see. Anyway. I'm gonna go... I'm trying to think if I know anything about any of the other realms. Also, please let me move you. Thank you. We have the history stuff, which we already have both figured out now. Oh, look, there's a battery pack. I just don't want to... Oh, but I don't know if I can keep my Sanctum key, actually. Now that I think about it. I'm not allowed to take items with me overnight. So I might just have to use it today. And then it's just a matter of what exactly it is we do. So looking at the geography thing again. I think our best bet is a Raja. Right now, so I'm gonna go with that. Reason being, we know from the history exams that Araja was not allied with Fen Ares in the war. And the... Oh, what happened to my avatar? There we go. The pendant in her leadership's chamber is on the back of it, like on a closed side, it has a symbol of Araja. Either that or Arch Ares. We also have some history books that have stuff about Araja, I think. Down here. Pump system, swimbird, history of Orindia. Ajera. It's just an anagram of Araja. Known as merchant lord of considerable means and affluence. He swayed the region. Limited to trade agreements and sales receipts. Horus had but one aim: expansion. Territories spread forth from the heart of Oris. Gotcha. Second era. Southern, a land steeped in tradition. Oops. Managed to maintain friendly relations. Okay, I don't think there's any more information here. But I think Araja is our best bet. So I'm gonna go with that. And of course, once again, it's a sigil. So we know the color of Araja. We know the color is purple. We know the land is steeped in tradition, which I guess could have multiple meanings. I don't really know much about the weather. Or the transportation. Which is a lot of variables. Too many to brute force. But I'm creating a group for the Araja Sanctum. I'm gonna make it purple. I place it like right up here. And I'm gonna put this in here. Core is obviously Araja. Rate count, no idea. Moats. Probably poetic. Maybe? Steeped in tradition. All we know for certain is that purple is... Oops, that's the wrong one. Violet. Okay. That's it then. And I think I'll leave it at that for today. I have no idea how we're going to get information on these other realms. But we'll see how it goes. Either way, I think I'm done, right? Because this one's locked, I don't have any keys. This one's locked. Yeah, so we're done. I'm gonna call it a day. But we made a lot of progress. I can get in, strike off, get into room 46 again. And that's it for today. I am very happy with how this game is going. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of concerned about the idea of not really knowing where to go. But I think rewriting my notes with Obsidian was absolutely the right call here, because it's helped me so much with recapping everything I already knew and making connections between things and all that. So if you ever recommend the game to anyone, also recommend them to use Obsidian. Personal plea. Now let's see if we can find someone to raid out to. Is there anyone playing Blueprints right now? Because I would be curious about that. There's a lot of people playing Blueprints right now, actually. Goddamn. Please use Obsidian. Yes, please do. Let's see. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Let's just raid a Blueprint stream. Here's a PNG tuber. I'm gonna rate them so hard. We're gonna raid Nobody to Be Found, which is an awesome name, by the way. Very cool. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. And I will see you tomorrow evening for One-Off Weekends. Until then, bye-bye. Oh, also, raid message, as always. There we go. Now we're ready to leave. Bye-bye! Yes, 8 pubs rate 8 streams. Don't even get me started on the number 8.